Big day. We got solar for the van. We picked it up at the Quartzsite RV show yesterday from Lion Energy. They have lots of solar manufacturers have booths and things. I already had the Lion Energy batteries. I'm pretty happy with them. So we decided to pick up 200 watt panels, charge controller, and an extension cord, and set ourselves up out in the desert. We're probably better off doing this at a hardware store, but we're not at a hardware store, so we're going to see if we can do it with what's in the van. So we're going to give it a whirl here. Quick, just a couple things I need to do is I got three batteries, lithium ion, obviously. This is all the positive stuff here. This is that Instamorph plastic stuff I like to put over the terminals to keep them covered and safe. And then there's the negative terminal over here. So we'll be putting each side of the charge controller here to here when there's three batteries in parallel. Disconnect for all the stuff in the unit, the lights, fan, fridge, all that. So I'll turn that off. These are all the fuses outgoing, but it's fed by this guy. So if I turn this off, all the outgoing stuff will be dead. This is my temperature controller. It turns on the heat. It keeps the batteries warm. The water pump, this faucet on the sink, got toilet as well. Keeps you out of the woods when cold temperatures. Anyway, let's undo these. They come in these really nice case, really nice handle for transport, because these are portable units, because our van is the passenger van model. So it's got the big AC on top. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Maybe you can. And then additionally, we got our vent kind of behind that. So as far as permanent panels on the top of the van, there's really not a lot of space. Plus, not to mention the sail that you're putting on top with the panels. I would guess will hurt your fuel economy. So anyway, we're going to try these out. We've never done solar before, so pretty exciting. Set these up. Saw the guy do it at the thing. That works really well. That's one. That was easy. My understanding is you just hook the panels together. But I better read the instructions first on the... Okay, so I think the panels connect together like this. Anyway, it says wire to the input of this charge controller here. And you give you the Allen wrench and some extra. So this is what comes with the charge controller. This little bag, some extra Allens to go in here. These are the terminals, so those just clamp down on the wires here. And you just tighten those down. They must be prone to getting lost, so they included a couple extras. But the cords from the panel to the input of the charge controller, and then a cord for the output of the charge controller with ring terminals on that end to your batteries. The instructions say do the input to the charge controller first, which is what we'll do. Here's the negative. Flock of geese in the area, I believe. Oh yeah, they're right over there. Okay, input done. So then it says when you plug it in, you should get this LED should start flashing. That's what it says here. So let's see what we got. We can put it like that. Yeah, it's lit. I think we did it right. I bet what we can do is let's see if we got voltage on the output. Yes. Got 12 volts on the output, 13 volts. Let's scale. Whoop, I was kind of between scales there. Let's try that again. Yep. 15 volts, that's good. Again, this is all stuff I keep in the van. I always keep a voltmeter in the van. Very good for troubleshooting. I'm just going to use the tools that I bring in the van. Hopefully I have everything. Box of hardware, fuses, wire, things like that. So let's get the connections to the battery hooked up. All right, we're gonna hook these battery cables up. Shut the power off to the rest of the van. These terminals take a 10 millimeter. And I've got a few things hooked to it. And since we're just doing this in the field, we're gonna, when we get home, we'll clean some things up that aren't super happy with on the install later, if needed. So we're just gonna stack all these terminals. Make sure I got them all through there. I think I did. Yep, I did. I don't want that to lay like that. just want to make sure nothing's too stressed on the terminals. And give it a good tug test. I'm going to put that under there. That. Still not sure I'm going to mount the charge controller, but that's something we'll probably do when we get home. Like a permanent spot. Kind of lacking room here. It also might just sit here too, just float. Well, it's gonna for now. But it might just sit on top or something, just float indefinitely, which wouldn't be a big deal. Okay, got that back on there, got everything poked back through. I think I want this to lay like this though. Yeah. Like that better. Connections and everything from that they provided seem really good. They're shrink wrapped on here and quality seems pretty good. So right now our batteries are about 80%. So it'll be cool to let these sit for a while and see if we hold that or if we improve that. The goal is to improve it, but I'm not sure if 200 watts of panels will be enough. See the Allen wrench in there? There it is. Always give it a tug test. Always. All right. Let's see if I get a spark here. Nope, no spark. Oh, there she takes off though.
I didn't take
Doing something. Tug test. Always a tug test. And the LED came on. So. Yeah, I'm going to say that's working like it should. Not that I have any experience with solar, but it's making something. Anyway, geez, yeah, that's it. So additionally, this is just to make sure we're set up and we're going to work. So the ultimate thing we'll do when we get back to our home base and have access to shop tools, we'll put a power inlet in here. It'll be a 12-volt power inlet specifically to hook the panels up to and just plug them in right here. And what that'll look like on the inside would be in place of these wires, the input wire to the charge controllers would just splice or butt splice onto the power inlet that would come in right here, and then these wires here would plug directly in to the power inlet. Well, actually, it would actually be the extension cord would plug into the power in, would plug in from here into the power inlet on the outside of the van. Outside of the power inlet coming in would plug into the charge controller. That way, get your panel set up, you want to go on a hike or something, close your van up, lock it all up, and you're secure, except for your solar panels, but you're still charging during the day and you come back with a full charge on your batteries. All right, here's what I got. Had some room right there, so mounted that up. What I don't like about it is it's right above my negative terminals, connection to the battery. Not a big deal, it's just 4 screws to remove. So, and I might be able to get to the smaller terminals there. Apologize for my dirty fingernails. And then this kind of access to that's a little bit blocked, but these are so flexible, it's not a big deal. So I think what I'll do is I'll just leave these wires loose. I won't trim any, so that if I do have to remove it, I could just pull this thing off and then set it down here without having to disconnect any wire at all. So I think that'll work good. I think that would be a permanent installation. To get around the power inlet deal that I don't have yet, this is where my 110 volt power inlet comes in right here. So I think the 12 volt one will probably come in. I'll probably poke a hole here, so I can just probably squeak it through right there, and the wires won't be very big. 6 gauge or 8 gauge, whatever these are. I don't know if they're 10 gauge. So should be able to sneak it through right there. So I think that'll work out well. But anyway, to get around that, because we're not doing that until we get home and have access to shop tools, is I've got the extension cord plugged in here. So that's the extension cord there, and that's the cord to the panels. And I got it routed just along here and just through the window. Leave the window open a crack. And got them hooked together right there, so it just comes back through the window, and got it hooked in right there. So when we want to, we're at Hot Springs right now, so we want to go down to the Hot Springs later, we can lock everything up and everything will keep on charging. Been charging with solar for about an hour and a half. My 270 amp hour bank of 3 batteries was at 80% when we started. Now we are nearly fully charged on all 3 batteries. That's with the fridge running, got the fan running, got the inverter on and charging an iWatch, an iPad, a power bank, and a portable power bank, and our evening party lights. Successful? I'd say yes. Panels have been hooked up for about 24 hours. We cooked dinner last night. We have an electric induction cooktop, so it pulls anywhere between 300 and 1500 watts, depending on, if you're boiling water, we'll do 1500 watts, but normal cooking about 900 watts. So it pulls a significant amount of power. And then made 2 pots of coffee this morning. That pulls quite a bit of juice. And then, obviously it's 70 degrees today. The fridge has been running. We charged all of our devices. So let's see what our state of charge is at. We're humming along here. Oh yeah. Fully charged, just about. I would expect this to shut off soon. Fantastic. quiet. Full batteries, it just shut down. So we officially got a full charge. That's awesome. Just boiled some water, heated up my Plastimorph. Since I added that wire to the positive terminal there, I gotta reform this to fit, because it wouldn't fit right after that addition. So just boil the water, kind of flatten it out a little bit, kind of shape it however you want. The edges are a little thin, so keep that up a little more. Dry it off. I always like to leave a little tabby thing so you can pop it off if you need to. So I got it here, Plastimorph here and here. Anywhere there's a positive terminal, in case something drops on it and that's conductive, you don't want to accidentally cause a spark. So haven't had any issues yet, ever, so there, done. This is the extension cord, the 25-foot extension cord. This guy. This is the solar charge controller. It's 30 amp up to 400 watts, so up to 4 of these portable panels. These are the instructions for it. That's actually it in action right there. And the panels. Those guys right there.